Hey everybody, and welcome back to yet another World of Warships video, and today we have a video in the Mahan Tier 7 US destroyer. So the Mahan is it's a good ship, a very good ship actually. It's probably my favourite US battleship, destroyer, sorry. So what's good about this ship? Well, firstly the guns. It has good guns, which, well, that's kind of the pinnacle for US line. However, in this game, I'm not really going to be using the guns as much, because another thing it has is very good torpedoes. They're 55 knots, which is a bit on the low side, however they do have a good damage and a 9.2 kilometer range. This means it is the first US ship which is capable of stealth firing. Or stealth firing its torpedoes. So, in this game I am actually squadded up with a certain carrier captain, and they are in their cargo and they're going to be supporting me in this game, so I decided to head down to the area to, this area of the map really. I'm not sure if it's, I guess the west, but basically most of our team seem to be wanting more to go to the east, and this is an area where I can make use of the torpedoes much better. So I head to this region to make use of the torpedoes, and looks like there's a Nicholas going there, but, well, my squad mate should be taking care of them for me, so I don't need to worry too much about him. So, I'm not using my speed boost yet because I want to save that for when I get closer, so let's talk a bit more about the attributes of this ship. So, it's relatively fast with about a 36 knot average top speed. It has a decent set of weapons with the torpedoes and the main guns. It actually has 3 launchers, which means actually many times I've been able to turn around, fire 2 volleys, and then the enemy think that's all my torpedoes gone, yet I have a third volley of 4 quite powerful torpedoes still left over. The AA isn't anything to shout about. It's, destroyer AA. There's not many with very good AA. I mean, there's that one Russian one, but even that's not exactly the best AA ship anymore. So I activate my speed boost here now, so I can make use of it to get past this island and head up towards where that Nicholas is. It also looks like there's a Nagato coming this way, so I'm paying a bit of attention towards him, wondering what he'll be doing. Team focus fire on the Mahan there, which is a good target. He's, broadside on towards them. We have a few ships behind me now coming towards us, so it looks like we have a decent force. And well, my teammate completely destroyed the enemy destroyer there. Looks like they actually have quite a large force coming this way, however, including that Minsk. Well, I'm not too worried. So, this is an interesting match as well to get into, with, well, both teams having a lot of destroyers. However, the enemy team only had the 2 battleships while we had 3, but there's also not very many cruisers really. It's just mainly destroyers in this game, which means there's going to be a lot of dancing with other destroyers. So, I'll launch a preemptive volley there of the Mint guns up coming around behind me, so I'll swing the guns around and open fire. However, it doesn't seem like he's paying all that much attention to me at the moment. However, I swing around as I've still got my other side of torpedoes loaded, so I'm ready to use that on him. And seeing that he's going towards the island, I fire it, and well, it seems like he's turning to agree with what I said. After hitting him, however, it then turns so he then becomes straight towards me, but then he turns again trying to get his guns away. And well, that was his big mistake, because now he's going to read a volley of torpedoes. In this game I didn't actually have basics of survivability, so I'm still on the lower side of health compared to most Mahans. I now actually have 1650 health, so it's definitely a good skill really to get, as well, it boosts a destroyer's health by quite a good percent. Getting out of spotting distance now from the Fiji and the Akatsuki. putting myself into a nice position of being able to re-engage at my own will. Some friendly dive bombers now coming in with the torpedo bombers just above me from my squad mate who's preparing to launch a strike against those. However, I launched a preemptive volley of torpedoes towards the smoke screen and then launch a second volley towards where it looks like they're going, just to, you know, not really expecting to hit anything, but keep applying pressure on the enemy and hopefully force them to make a mistake. And that's something these US torps are very good for, as they have quite a good stealth compared to Japanese equivalent torpedoes. And although they don't have the 10-kilometer range, which the Japanese get with the Fubuki at tier 6, and they're not as fast, being 55 knots compared to what I believe is 62 knots, I'm not too sure at the top of my head. The torpedoes are hardest to detect, so most of the time actually, if you've got them in position, they're going to hit. Although if you're a destroyer and get hit by them when you're hiding in your smoke screen, well, nope, well, there goes a Pensacola. So that was a nice kill there. 2 torpedo hits against him, increasing my damage total. Paying attention to the Fiji now, and opening the distance a little bit, just to allow myself to get some more torpedoes away towards him when I'm ready to. My friendly destroyer is now getting in to back me up, so I decided to go towards him and prepare to lay a smoke screen down. I am now in detection radius as my torpedoes go out, but that doesn't matter, he won't see my torpedoes. And as I pull back, I begin to open fire and deploy the smoke screen. The Fiji does have an Akatsuki supporting him, however the Akatsuki isn't really that much of a threat to me, I feel. And once I got back into the smoke screen, I decided I'm not in much of a threat, so I pop my repair. I popped some more torpedoes. I probably should have waited for the negator to get into range, but, you know, it's never a bad idea just to have more torpedoes in the water, because even if they're not going to hit, at least it'll force them to be defensive. But looks like the negator is going to go down anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So at this point now, the biggest threat is the Akatsuki, so I decide to slowly edge out of my smoke screen to get my eyes on him.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, direct front.
And there's the torpedoes he launched against me. And that's why you leave your smoke screen, and well, there he is now, so let's move to engage him. Pull back into my smoke screen just to make sure I'm stealthed when I first open fire on him, making him think I was staying in the smoke screen before then pushing back out.
Engine boost activated.
Now popping my engine boost and pulling out of the smoke screen. I see him, he's kind of deployed a smoke screen, so it looks like he's going to smoke up there, so I'll launch 2 volleys of torpedoes towards him, just, you know, in case he sits in the smoke screen, but I doubt he will do that. He seems to be a decent player, and he's their main high-tier destroyer left. Hit the smoke screen here when I should have been paying a bit more attention, but that's because I was actually letting our friendly destroyer there know how long was left on the smoke screen. And I'm now back away from the border, and negator goes down. Just take a look towards him, but don't fire. And the Blishkov gets the kill with fire. And I just scored a torpedo hit against the Akatsuki in smoke screen. You know, clearly not paying much attention. However, it goes to show that these torpedoes are relatively stealthy, and if you start still in smoke, you're going to get hit. However, clearly he's now thinking, okay, he's out of volleys of torpedoes, while I engage with my 5-inch guns. So I continue to pound him, but then swing alongside and fire my 3rd volley of torpedoes. And well, you don't need to be an expert to tell that that's an easy kill. So at this point now it's just the Hiryu and the Fiji left, so at this point it's just cleaning up and securing the game. It was a decent game and it showed some of the good attributes of this ship. It has good guns, although I don't really use them much in this game. And very good torpedoes, which I enjoy using torpedoes and do very well using torpedoes, and in fact my Fubuki is one of my best ships just because of that. And it seems the Mahan, the torp seems stealthier compared to the mind blank there, sorry. The torps on the Mahan actually feel stealthier compared to the Fubuki, which allows for easier closing the range and dispatching of my opponent. And the guns are a lot more usable. The ship overall, it's a more multi-role ship, which may not be the master of anything specifically, but it's a sort of ship that suits my style. So just increasing my damage against this guy, and that's all I need to really do. At this point the game's finished, but well, the score I got at the end was decent, 10k XP, which helped massively my grind towards the Benson, but that's all for today, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll try to get a better video for you next time. Sorry about this one being a bit short, but I'm in the middle of setting up a new series of RimWorld, so I'm hoping you guys will enjoy that. But thank you for enjoying this video today, and have a nice day.